This is the best defense to use in Madden 23. It shuts down the run against any offense. Plays lights out pass coverage. And gets so many interceptions that this defense will win games for you. So if you want to see what defense I'm using, get results like this, stick around after the intro. For the cheapest, fastest, most reliable MUT coins in the market, check out my coin sponsors at AOEAH.com and use discount code MONEY for 3% off. Link in the description below. In today's video, I'm once again going to be showing you plays from my Buffalo Bills offense and Kansas City Chiefs defensive ebook, as I'm trying to show you guys some new plays, and these are easily two of my favorite playbooks to use right now. Before I get into the video though, if you guys are enjoying the content and want to see more, please make sure to be a subscriber, hit the like button, and let me know in the comments section, as it really helps out the video and the channel. If you guys want to see more money plays from this or any of my ebooks, all you have to do is click the links in the description or the top pinned comment to have them sent to the email of your choice for instant download. I start this game out on offense, and on the very first play I read cover 4, so I try to dial up one of my new favorite one-play touchdowns from the gun normal Y off close sale play that I put out in my last offensive video, as this setup can score against almost every defense in the game. If you guys want to see more about the video that I put out on this offense last week, I'll once again have a link in the description as well as an on-screen pop-up at the end of the video, so stick around for that. This setup usually splits the safeties against cover 4, but I throw it a little bit early and it gets knocked down. He gets me into a quick 3rd and 10, so I switch to the escape play, as all I have to do is motion in the B route and put him on a streak, and this corner route will beat any zone coverage for a big play. Before trying to bomb it up once again, only to throw an interception that we will have to call a punt. I start the game off by trying some new defenses out of the big nickel over G that don't work out very well, as the results aren't very good, as I give up 2 big run plays to open the drive, as I get the stop on the next play for no gain. On 2nd and 10, this play gets instant pressure as we get the sack to force a 3rd and long, but on the next play, I try to go for the interception only to be a little bit late and give up an almost 60-yard play for the score. Damn it! I then switch to a simple double drags concept to find very little space underneath against this cover 4, before trying to throw underneath to a bubble screen to get very little again. On the next play, he is pressing everyone, so I think I should be able to go deep once again. Nope. But nothing is open, as he gets me into a quick 4th and 7 that I feel like I have to go for from here. I go back to the escape play one more time and set up the one-play touchdown once again. The pressure gets in, but I barely get it away, and this time my receiver splits the safeties enough to get me inside the red zone for a huge conversion. Before I go back to the escape play one more time, as no defense in the game can cover this China route that the running back is running, and I punch it in on the next play to tie the game. After failing horribly on the first drive, I decided that I'm going to switch over to my favorite and most reliable defense that this video is about, and that is the cover 2 man out of the dime normal, as I think this is probably the best defense to use in Madden 23 right now. For my coaching adjustments, I pretty much always set them to the same thing. The most important ones are to set your flats to 5, as a lot of times I will use my safeties to cover the hard flats, and I set my ball in the air defense to play ball. I recently made an updated video where I go more in depth with the best coaching adjustments to use right now, so once again, if you guys want to see a video about that, I'll have a link in the description and at the end of the video. All you have to do to set up this run defense is pinch the defensive line, which is D-pad to the left and down, and this front will close up in a way that takes away any inside run lanes. I usually use the safety against looks like this as well, so I can act like another linebacker in the box. Get over here! When I get back to the huddle, I set my Audible Plays before the next play, as the man-zero blitz is probably my second most used play after the cover 2 man. I also like to replace the cover 3 with a cover 3 cloud, which is really hard to score one-play touchdowns against, and I use it to give my opponent a different look sometimes. And for the 4th play, I like to use the cover 4 quarters, as it's a good option for run and pass defense. He has mostly run so far, so on the next play I continue to pinch the defensive line to protect against inside zones, but for pass defense I will also shade down by hitting the wire triangle button and down the right stick on pretty much every play, as this will help take away any short route, and the deep safeties will take away any deep routes, before he takes Kelsey on the check down for 3 more yards. On 3rd and 3, he comes out in an empty backfield look with no real run threat, so I'm going to make a few extra adjustments for pass defense, like spreading the defense, which is D-pad to the left and up this time, as doing this will give your pass rushers more space and better leverage to beat their blocks. I will also guess pass, which is RB/R1 or up on the right stick, so that my entire defense knows to play the pass right away, which helps in both pass rush and coverage. I continue to play underneath coverage, but whenever I see an offense like this with no real run threat, I usually switch over to user a defensive end, as I can drop into coverage from there. So I choose a defensive end on the side with Travis Kelce so I can double team him, and look how the entire field is locked up even though he is running all man beaters with slants to the inside and zigs to the outside, as all of my cornerbacks are running the receiver's routes, before he forces it into tight coverage and we get the stop.
Nope.
He goes for it on 4th and 3, and I should have bracketed Kelce once again as he barely gets the first before running the hurry up to try to gain advantage. But this setup is so easy that I have no problem getting the defensive set up as we shut down the run again for a short gain. He keeps me in a hurry up and I have plenty of time to set up the pass defense as well, as everything is locked up one more time.
Gotcha, bitch!
As he forces it over the middle once again, only this time Bradbury has hot hands, and we are going the other way with blockers in front, with only Patrick Mahomes to beat. On the next play, I am all over Kelce, only to see a crosser go right into the area I'm supposed to be covering.
No!
On 2nd down, he does what everybody does when they play with the Chiefs, and that's start to feed Kelce. On the next play, everything is locked up once again before contact bumps off the coverage to get Hardman wide open over the middle of the field, putting him in scoring range, which can happen, before he tries to come out in a goal line package in an attempt to overpower and bully my smaller defense. He goes back to the empty backfield in the next play, and even though I try to bracket Kelce with my user, he still gets open to get inside the 10. I see him come out in the goal line one more time, so I switch over to the 60 out jacks, which is my favorite goal line defense as we get another stop. Then on the next play, he goes back to the empty backfield look one more time, and I switch over to the man zero blitz, which I really haven't used yet. To set up this blitz, I still like to pinch the defensive line, but against an empty backfield like this, it really doesn't matter. I align the man defender over Kelce, and just like I did the last time, I will also use the defensive end to bracket him in coverage, only this time he doesn't see me as I jump the zig route.
Gotcha, bitch!
To get the ball back inside the 5 to end the threat and the half. He gets the ball back to start the second half, and anytime I see an offense like this, you're really doing me a favor, as you really need to spread this defense out with more receivers to be successful against it. Since there's no receivers on this side and only tight ends, I can now use the safety over the top of them with no real concern about getting burnt deep, as he has to hold the ball before throwing it incomplete. On 2nd down, he tries to hit the zig one more time, only to see it get shut down instantly for a 1-yard gain. Now on 3rd and 9, since I know he has to pass, I spread my defensive line and guess pass, double Kelce one more time, and everything is locked up as he forces it.
Got him!
Only to see Gardner Johnson come down with another interception in tight coverage, and I am already in scoring range. So now I'm just going to pound the rock, as I am already ahead by a score, and killing clock before scoring again will really increase my chances of winning. He gets me to a 3rd and inches, but I get a penalty for making too many adjustments before I pick it up on a 5-yard out route anyways. On 1st down, he pushes me backwards again on the bubble screen before Hurts makes an unreal throw on the run against tight user coverage inside the 5 for the first before I punch it in on the ground on the very next play. Back on defense, I am still playing aggressive as we almost get the sack, and on the very next play, we see that Mahomes is completing less than half of his passes so far in the game. On the next play, I accidentally set a pick on the guy that's covering Kelce to get him wide open on a crossing route, and now that he is down, it turns into the Mahomes and Kelce show once again before he gets into a critical 4th and 1. I play it aggressive and go to the man zero blitz one more time and even shade underneath, which is never a good idea with no one over the top.
What?
As he hits me on a quick pass to Kelce and walks it in for the score.
Damn it!
For some reason, he decides to go for 2 though, but the run defense stands tall once again.
Bring that ass here, boy.
He goes back to his cover 4, so I go back to the escape play I was using earlier, so I can work the street corner route combo. I do it on 3 straight plays, but I only complete it once, which is fine because I'm just trying to get his attention, so I can set up the 1-play touchdown again. And on the next play, he ends up using nothing as I go back to the Y sail play from the beginning of the game and almost score right through the middle of his defense. From here, I'm winding down the clock every play before running the ball, as a field goal is all I really need to win at this point, and he knows it as he is already burning his timeouts in an attempt to discourage me. So on 3rd down, I run it again, only to get stopped and kick the field goal to extend my lead. And now it feels like Madden has a keep it close function, as all of a sudden every receiver is getting open after they were getting shut down all game, before eventually going back to Kelce once again for the score. He has to go for 2 once again now, so I make a new adjustment by putting the safety on a hard flat.
No!
Now he has to go for the onside kick. But since he is stacking the box so much, I still decide to pass, which sets me back as the clock stops.
Oops.
And give him new life, as I can only take the clock down to 22 seconds before kicking a field goal. I stay in the same defense, but since he has no timeouts, he has to force it downfield. And we get another interception on the first play of the drive, ending the game in a rage quit.
What a pussy.
So that's the video. If you guys enjoyed the content, please make sure to be a subscriber, hit the like button, let me know in the comment section. And if you want to see more about the offensive videos that I mentioned today, as well as the coaching adjustments video that I mentioned earlier in the video, I will have links to them popping up on screen. So if you want to check them out, just click the link, because I'm sure it'll help with your game. And that's it. Thanks for watching, man. My shit out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.